They were saying that we sent this kid over there that doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't even work for your company.
So you are afraid of heights?
Oh yeah, I
Would
don't
you
like
ever
going
go
up there.
skydiving?
No,
What if you were paid to go skydiving?
no, I don't think I could. People are always scared of AI now taking over a job. I think it's going to be way longer than it taking over a desk job.
The trades are going to become so valuable over these next 10 years that everyone's going to want in and not everyone's going to get in.
If you want to get it done, you can get it done. But I would give it like 110% for the first couple years, no matter what.
What is one word that describes working in the trades?
Very diverse.
All right, welcome to ASAP Unfiltered. Today I have one of our technicians, Mr. Cain. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah.
I know you love talking to me, so this is going to be a good one. This will be another tech talk. So I wanted to interview you because you're one of our younger technicians, and I think that talking about youth in the trades is really important right now. So welcome to ASAP Unfiltered. I want you to start by telling everyone kind of how you got into the trades.
Well, I didn't finish high school. Kind of just dropped out and got right into the trades.
Okay.
My uncle had a door company, so I started working with him just as a laborer, just doing odds and ends, carrying material to doors. And then from there, it evolved into swinging doors and hardwaring everything and just kept going from there.
Okay.
And then went over to overhead too. It was just
Okay.
a big jump.
So, okay, I guess I didn't know that. So was this a commercial company?
Yeah, he did commercial man doors only. So like we would do all the hospitals, new renovations on hospitals, new floors, and then TIs on office buildings, like a whole floor of 40, 50 doors.
Okay.
Just get those all swapped out.
So how old were you when you started?
17, 18. I just turned 18 when I started.
Okay, and you're like, I don't want to do this
23.
high school thing anymore. I'm out of here. Okay, I get it. Yeah. All right, very cool. So I guess my question was, why did you choose the trades instead of college or another career path?
I can't sit still. I like to work with my
Yeah.
hands. I knew that from the beginning. Like I never sat still in class, couldn't sit there and focus on one thing. So as soon as I had the opportunity to go work with my hands and use tools, because growing up, my grandparents were always working on the yard. I was always out there helping them. And then my family also had a store. So I was always doing stuff with them at the store, helping out, just working with my hands.
Yeah.
So that's why I like the trades. I don't sit at a desk every day, always a new spot.
Yeah, I think for young men too. I mean, I see my son, he's only 6, but he never stops and it's very different than my daughter. And I'm like, do they ever grow out of that? Or you always want to move all the time?
Always want to move. It's a lot easier. You get brain dead at the same job sites. That's what I noticed doing. I would do some warehouses and we'd be there for like 2 months at a time, and that's my limit on jobs. What I found
so those box jobs are not your forte.
No, I mean, I can do them, but I don't like to. Just because
change of scenery.
Yeah, that's the nice part.
Okay, cool. Do you think you made the right decision now looking back?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
23.
23. Okay. You're still so young.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the biggest misconception people your age have about working in the trades?
I don't know. I don't talk to a lot of people my age.
In the trades probably, huh?
Yeah. Everyone I know is in the trades and older. I stopped talking to people around my age when I started working, really, because nobody else was in the trades at that young. So
yeah, I think just like looking on social media, it's like everyone is just trying to make money online now, and you can sell this course and you can do sales and all these things that I think are great that you can do that, but how long is that going to be sustainable with technology moving so fast? You know, I think having a skill that like a non-perishable skill is going to be really important.
That is one of my favorite parts about working now and seeing all the technology is that people are always scared of AI now taking over a job. I think it's going to be way longer than it taking over a desk job.
I think the trades are going to become so valuable over these next 10 years that everyone's going to want in and not everyone's going to get in. So having that skill built is going to be so important. We are in a good industry for sure. What would you say to high school students who are trying to decide between college or going into the trades?
I would say go into the trades for a year because college will be there. Try the trades for a year and then you can decide if you want to just keep in it or if you want to go to school for longer term because it's always going to be there.
That's a good point. And I don't think the trades are for everyone. Like I think kids are raised a lot different nowadays, and hard work scares them, especially if it's summer in Arizona or you know, that's not for everybody really.
Not at all. I mean, there's a lot of guys that I've ran into that can't hold a drill properly or screw something in, and
Yeah, and
it's
that's sad, but, and I love teaching them, like, we have brought people in that have, like, truly 0 mechanical
mm,
skills, but if they're willing to learn, they can
yeah.
pick it up, but not everybody is willing to,
Mm-mm.
so
No,
okay.
not at all.
So you've become cross-trained in multiple areas, you're one of the few technicians, I would say, that knows kind of all aspects of doors. Why is it important to keep learning instead of just getting really good at one thing?
The opportunities that it can provide you just to grow.
Yeah.
Well, we just kind of said not everybody likes to learn, but I did, especially for the mechanical side of doors. And I think there's benefits to both. I like being cross-trained because it doesn't put me to one thing. Like I like to do
Mhm.
everything. I like to see different stuff and go around
Yeah.
to where that allows me to do all that. I can look at an automatic door today and then tomorrow I can look at an overhead door or
Yeah.
vice versa. I can look at dock equipment for a week straight and then if I'm like, hey guys, no more dock equipment, just give me a break, I can go do automatic doors. So
Yeah, and I
that's
think
a
that
nice
helps
part.
make sure kinda you always have hours
Hmm.
and are always busy,
Yeah.
so very valuable, I agree. What's been the most challenging skill for you to learn so far?
Getting over heights
Oh,
on the
yeah?
overhead doors.
I think
Get-
that's the one thing that deters people from
yeah,
overhead is the
is
height.
the heights and the all the tension on the springs of the overhead doors. That's really
Yeah.
it. I just
So you are afraid of heights.
oh yeah, I
Would
don't
you
like
ever
going
go
up there.
skydiving?
No, I
Never?
would never do that.
What if you were paid to go skydiving?
No, I don't think I could. It's not for me.
Okay, alright, so you're afraid of heights and you had to get over that. That's actually very common, I've learned
Yeah.
in this industry. So you are a service technician. I will say that to people who don't know. We have 2 sectors of the business, installation and service, and you're mainly on service.
Mhm.
And service is more, I would say, of like a selling job and talking to customers and very different than install, who can just go
Yeah.
put their headphones in and not talk to anybody all day. So that's a lot of working with people. How do you build trust with your customers?
I think it's mainly just small talk. That's the best way to build the
Mhm.
trust with them. Because instead of me just showing up, like, saying, "This is what's wrong with your door," I do a little conversation, break the ice a little bit, like, "Oh, yeah, I have a dog." Like, if I see a picture of something, kind of break the ice, just try and talk to them a little bit. That way they don't think of me as coming in there just trying to get their money to fix their doors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and then also, just describing everything I'm doing to their work. Whatever I'm doing on their door, try and describe it to the best of my ability for what I'm doing and exactly why we're doing it, exactly what happened for their door to fail.
Yeah. So when you're describing this to the customer, I see sometimes that technicians or sales reps kind of over explain because they want to show their technical
Mhm.
skills. Do you dumb it down for the customer to understand? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, I try to the most. I don't try and say like part numbers or anything like that. I
Right.
just be as basic as like, well, you see the oil coming out of your closer, like these are sealed products, we have to replace it, or
Hmm.
just like a overhead door, they'll run a little crooked sometimes, and that's what'll cause squeaking. So we have to slip cables. So I'll just tell them, just explain to them like your door's sitting like this. We want it to sit like this so that it runs properly, and then
Yeah.
just show them what's going on. I don't try and be super technical or over explain because
Yeah.
then I'm
That
still
would
young
deter
too.
me as
Yeah.
a consumer, I
Oh,
would say.
especially for coming from a young kid too. I feel
Yeah.
like
They're
they
like,
would
this
just think,
guy
oh
has
yeah.
like something in his ear telling him what to say.
Hmm. Pretty much, or just like, oh, he thinks he knows it all. Like, no.
Do
So
you get that from customers like that? Not that they would say that, but do you feel like they
no,
don't take you seriously sometimes?
I've not recently, but when I first got into the service industry, definitely. But I was
Yeah.
trying to find a way to work with my words and actually conversate with people a little bit better. So at the beginning, it was a little bit like, oh, this kid doesn't know what he's doing. Like, you sent this kid to work on my door, but it, over time, it all fixed itself. So
Yeah. Is there one particular customer interaction that has stuck with you?
yeah, I was working in on a Air Force base in Fallon, Nevada. And it was my first time messing with this door, so I was kind of like back and forth with tech support trying to figure it out. Anyway, got him a list of parts that needed to be ordered for the door to fix it, and then I get back to the shop, and it was like a 7-hour drive. And I get back and they're like, "What did you say?" And I was like, "I just told them like this is what needs to be done." And they're like, "Oh, they were saying that we sent this kid over there that doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't even work for your company." So that was the only one, but it all worked out.
There's always going to be those
Yeah.
Karen customers, you know?
Oh yeah.
Okay. What's the coolest project or service call you've ever worked on?
I really liked doing some access control at Nellis. We did one of their super secured buildings, which was it was cool just to
Mhm.
be on the base and hearing all the jets fly by. A couple other fun ones are probably like the freezer doors, just seeing all the meat packaging facility, we did a JBS and they have cows coming in, live cows, and then we're
Yeah.
in the freezer and we're seeing them packaged and everything. So that was a
Oh,
pretty
wow.
fun project.
Okay,
But
cool. Was it cold? Did you have to
oh
wear
yeah,
your winter gear?
it was nice and cold, those freezer jobs. You have to be bundled up, 2 pairs of
Yeah.
pants, 2 jackets on. Your batteries aren't lasting. You're going out
Mm,
swapping your tools every 20 minutes, but
didn't think about that. Okay. What's something that you learned working alongside technicians who have been doing this for 20 years?
if you want to get it done, you can get it done. A lot of people I feel like are like, "Oh, this is just too much." Like, no, I've seen a lot of guys that are like, "Oh, there's no way you can do that," but they still hucked some big springs up ladders or just sat there and
Yeah.
tried to program it and just go through it with tech support. So
Yeah. I
I
think
think
it's
that's
your
the biggest
mindset
thing.
going
Yeah.
into the job. If you go in with a negative mindset, you're
Yeah.
not going to be able to figure it out.
No, exactly. I think that's the biggest thing I took away from everybody really was you can get it done. It's not that hard. It's
Yeah.
not rocket science that we're doing.
Yeah,
So
I agree. What is some advice that you would give another young person thinking about getting into the trades?
I would do it, but I would give it like 110% for the first couple years, no matter what, just because that's the fastest way for you to learn. When I first started, I was yes men for everything, and I would keep it that way just because it allowed me to cross train. It allowed me to move states and just do a bunch of different stuff. So
Hmm.
if you're gonna get into it, definitely give it your all and buy your tools. Like if you buy tools, it shows that you want to do the job.
Yeah,
And that's what I do see a lot of is that people are like, "Oh yeah, I still need this tool," but they don't want to buy it. And it's like
you have to invest in
it makes
yourself.
your job easier and it shows the company that you want to work. You want to make your job easier and do more stuff. So
Yeah,
I think that'd be it. Just spend the money and time on yourself.
absolutely. I'm gonna send that to everybody.
Mm.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know Cain already, he moved from Arizona to North Carolina. So now
Mhm.
you're in our North Carolina location.
Mhm.
So I love giving people the opportunity to do that. And I don't blame you for wanting to leave Arizona and come to
No,
North Carolina because
not at
it's
all.
so much better.
It is
So there's
nice out
always a
here.
line of people waiting to come. So you made it. If you had your own apprentice tomorrow, what is the first thing that you would teach them?
I'd want them to follow the service side more because that's where I learned a lot was when I jumped into service compared to install. Because with the service, you're kind of trying to figure out how to make it work. On the install side, you're just putting the new product in and it's more than likely going to work. Sometimes you have to fiddle with it. But other than that, I would say for like a new apprentice coming into the field, try and, at least for the door industry, try and go on the service side because you'll see a lot more that way.
Okay. I think we, in most industries, actually like do the opposite.
Hmm.
Go into install or
Yeah.
maintenance and then switch over to service. Is there's
Yeah.
so many variables,
It
but
makes
I
sense.
could see that.
The only reason I say that though is because on the install side, you're doing the same product for so long, whatever project you're on. You're doing that same product for that project. And then you go to the next project and it's the same product. You're not seeing
You
a
don't see,
wide variety of different
yeah,
manufacturers and different things. That's why the service is
that's
definitely.
true. I could see both ways because on the install side, then you get that repetition and you
Hmm.
know the product inside and out.
Yeah.
But you don't see the service side and
Yeah.
what could go wrong after the install.
Or if it's a different product too, like
Yeah,
it's
there and I
always,
think people don't understand how many, like, variabilities go into doors and hardware. They think it's, like, so simple. It's not like a garage door at your home. It is
no.
so many types of hardware. Now automation's being thrown
Hmm.
in, different types of doors. Like, there's a
Oh
lot that
yeah.
goes into it, and
Well, when
people
I
don't
talk
know.
to customers about the repairs that I'm doing on their door, they're like, "Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's a
Yeah.
problem with my door." Like, yeah, that's a
They
big
think it just
problem.
opens and closes on its
Yeah.
own, but, yeah, I think that we could do a lot of education around that.
Hmm.
Okay. So those are all the main questions, but I want to do rapid fire questions that I didn't send you. So these are like this or that, okay?
Okay.
So they're easy, but just answer whatever comes to mind. Service or install?
Service.
Early mornings or late nights?
Oh, I'm a morning person, but I can work through the night too. I rather start early and then
You're
just
just
work
young,
my
so you
long
don't
day.
really have to
Yeah.
sleep yet. Yeah, it'll catch up to you.
Oh yeah.
Automatic doors or storefront?
Automatics,
I knew the answer to that, but I just wanted to hear you say it. Coffee or energy drinks?
coffee.
What's your favorite brand of boots?
Right now I'm on a Tin Hall kick.
Tin Hall?
Yeah, I
Okay,
like
I don't know
those.
anything about boots, but okay, good. What's your favorite customer type? And when I say customer type, I mean like, do you like working with restaurant owners, property managers? Is there a certain niche that you get along with well?
I think property managers are the easiest to work with just because at the end of the day, they're charging that towards their rent, so they're kinda like,
Mhm.
"Yeah, just get my door fixed so that I can make my client happy."
Mhm.
The fun ones to talk to and get along with are probably just store managers at the end users at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Those ones are a lot easier to get closer with and build a relationship compared to the property managers, but property managers sometimes are a little bit easier to just do the work for.
I mean, you have to know who you're talking to, right?
Yeah.
Like property managers, they're busy, they want like
Mhm.
to get it done, they want answers now, and that's fine. The
Yeah.
store owners, that's their baby. They're not gonna be
Yeah.
so quick to just buy something.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Okay, good. What's the funniest thing that you've seen on a job site?
I don't know. There's always those little gags that you play on each other, just hiding each other's tools and messing around with each other or joking around. There's nothing that sticks to my brain that's the funniest. I have the craziest, one of the craziest was we went out to lunch and then we come back to the job site and it's closed off and there's cops everywhere. And somebody had committed suicide on the building next door
Oh
and
my
jumped into the job
gosh.
site.
Was this in Arizona?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I heard about that.
It was in Arizona. It was a couple years ago, but
Oh, okay.
that was probably the
Wow.
craziest job site
Crazy
story.
things happen in
Yeah.
Phoenix, I'll tell you what. Okay. What's the most used tool in your bag?
My impact just to open everything,
Yeah.
start everything.
If you were in the trades, what else would you be doing?
Probably working in Albuquerque at our family store.
Okay.
That's
What
probably
kind of store is it?
it's just a surplus store, like just everything, odds and ends. We get them from auction sites and then just resell them out there.
Like a farm?
Not really. Like we'll have motors, we'll have
Oh, okay.
a bunch of electrical stuff, a bunch of glass. We have like like just the most random stuff
You
ever.
like New Mexico?
No, not at all.
Okay, okay. What is one word that describes working in the trades?
I don't.
Fun, joy,
Yeah.
love.
Long hours.
That's 2 words, not allowed.
I know. I don't know. One word, just because there's so much in the trades.
Yeah,
You can have bad days, you can have good days.
diverse.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Very diverse.
Okay, awesome. That's all the questions I had. I thank you so much for doing this. I know you're a little hesitant, but I think you did a great job.
Perfect.
I'm excited to see where you go with your career.
Me too. I can't wait.